Hey, welcome to Football Predictions and Wine Pairings with me, Francis. Let me be the first person to welcome you to the 2025-26 NFL season, which starts tonight. As always, I will be pairing food and wine that you can have while watching the game, as well as giving you a prediction for Thursday night and Monday nights, and this week for Friday night, because anytime there's a game not on Sunday, I want to let you know what I think and what I'm going to be doing. So let's get into a couple of things that have happened in the offseason, in particular with regards to the Eagles and the Cowboys. So the first thing that you should know is the Eagles are coming into this new season as the defending Super Bowl champions. And because of that, they're playing tonight on Thursday night. It has been the NFL policy since 2004 for the defending Super Bowl champions to play on Thursday night, the opening night of the season. Now, normally Thursday night games are held on Prime. And if you don't have Prime or a friend that you can get their passcode from to watch the games on Prime, that's kind of a bummer. But because it's opening night, tonight's game is actually on NBC. So for me, that's hugely helpful because I'm borrowing my brother-in-law's Prime account and I try to take it pretty easy when I'm watching things on there. Now, the Eagles have had some changes since they won the Super Bowl. Two of the most significant changes that happened to them was their offensive coordinator left and they promoted their game day coordinator to offensive coordinator. So somebody that was still within the system, and was there for the winning, and everybody likes a promotion, so this helps. But their quarterback coordinator also left. Now, apparently they didn't have anybody within the ranks that they wanted to move up to quarterback coach. So they went to Bowling Green University, which is a college, and they took their coach, and he is now their quarterback's quarterback coach. It's kind of a tongue twister, right? So there's that. They also lost a few players on the defensive end, in particular, somebody that you may have heard of, their player by the name of Darius Slay, who is on the defense and had really been a large part of their defensive power in their ability to just really shut down games and really take over. So that's going to be significant, but they couldn't keep him. They just really didn't have the cap space. They have a lot of big name players on there with high paychecks. So sometimes you have to make tough calls, but I think that the Eagles will have a very decent season this year. I mean, obviously they're not going back to the Super Bowl. I'm saying it right now. Statistically, the odds of them going back to the Super Bowl and winning are 15.5%. That's very low. And in the time of the Super Bowl, only 9 teams have gone back to back in the Super Bowl. And that includes the Bills going back to back to back to back from 91 to 94. And ironically, not winning at all, which is a bummer, but we'll talk more about that when it's time to review the Buffalo Bills. I think the Eagles will be fine. They're going to definitely be able to win their division, and they'll at least get to 2 rounds of the playoffs. I just don't know if they'll be able to get beyond that. Now, they're playing the Cowboys. Full disclosure, I think the Cowboys suck. Just like as a general policy, I'm never rooting for them. I'm always hoping that they'll lose, and they are just not good. I mean, their quarterback, Dak Prescott, is the highest paid quarterback at $60 million a year. Yet he has done absolutely nothing to deserve that kind of money. His numbers are average, or maybe just slightly above average, because there are some people in the league like Drake May that are not good at all. So, all right, I guess you get a little bit there, but they're not very good. And the biggest thing that happened with the Cowboys this season was their star linebacker, Micah Parsons, was traded to the Green Bay Packers because he and owner slash GM Jerry Jones were not able to figure out his contract extension. And this is just like a huge pissing contest. And since that guy owns the team and is inclined to make terrible decisions because he's the general manager, and oops, the person that the general manager answers to is himself. So he's just going to do whatever he wants to do. I expect the Cowboys to be mid, like always. I mean, they'll probably be just above 500. So what is that? 9 wins? 9 wins, 8 losses? I think they could probably do that. I'm predicting the Cowboys to lose tonight. So the Eagles will win handily. There's no way that the Cowboys are going to be able to win. Please. It's not possible. They're playing in Philadelphia. They're going to be unfurling the banner to let everybody in Philadelphia know that they are the defending Super Bowl champions. And the Cowboys are still just reeling from this mess that just happened. I mean, in exchange for Micah Parsons, who, if I didn't mention, had 12 sacks last year, and he's going to the Green Bay Packers. Their entire team had 45 sacks. So he had almost as many sacks. I mean, not exactly as many, because that's not great math, but he had like a quarter as many sacks as one individual as a whole team of people did. So I just don't really see how it's going to work out for Dallas. Now, let's talk about the wine. Tonight, I was trying to go for something that was going to be light and easy because I've had a very busy day of work at my day job, and I have a very busy day of work ahead of me tomorrow. So getting into anything too heavy or too involved is not a great idea. And then I received a text from a local burger chain that said, in honor of the start of the football season, for $10 you can get a burger and fries any way you like. So that's incredible. So what would be a great wine to go with this burger and fries that I'm going to get? None other than something that's a bargain, and I recommend that you get it. This is Earl Stevens Red Blend, Function Red. Now, this came out originally, this bottle's non-vintage, but the first Function Red came out in 2013. And it's named after Function, which was the name of one of his songs. In case you don't know who Earl Stevens is, he is local Bay Area legend E40. And this is his wine. And full disclosure, he has a bunch of wines and a lot of them are not good. But this one is actually pretty nice. I like this one. And he has some DOC Proseccos and a cognac that I find very enjoyable. Then he has a lot of other things that it's like, if you're 17 and trying to get booze, it's great for you. Now, let's talk about this wine. So one of the things about this wine, as I mentioned, it's a blend. It is Cabernet Sauvignon and Zinfandel. I was unable to find out the percentages of Cab to Zin, but I can tell you that this wine is vinted and created in Napa Valley. So I'd be willing to bet that it's heavier on the Cab than it is Zinfandel, simply because Napa is known for its Cab. When you take a look at it, it has like a great color, you know, like a dark ruby color in the glass. It has a light brown edge. And on the nose, it smells like plums and cherry and a little bit of earth. So that's kind of a dirt smell. On the tongue, it's a little bit jammy. It's a little dry, so it starts out a little bit sweet and then has a dry finish. I'm feeling it right here. I would say this is kind of a medium tannins with a long finish. It is a lot of dark fruit. You're getting a little bit of oak, just a really, really little, and a little bit of violet in the background. The predominant taste here is a little bit of green vegetableness and red fruits. I got this bottle for $5 at Grocery Outlet. I'm going to show it to you again. This is absolutely a great deal for $5. It's not amazing, but it's a $5 wine that I'm going to eat with a cheeseburger. And I think that you should really give it a chance. Also, if you don't like it, it was $5. All right, let's recap. Tonight's wine, Earl Stevens Function Red Blend. For the game, go ahead and take the Eagles. I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new wine and a new prediction. Cheers.